Hey guys, welcome to part 8 of me opening the 2020-2021 NBA Hoops hobby basketball packs. If you haven't already, make sure you guys check out parts 1 through 7. Start getting on opening them. Jonas Valanciunas. Oh wait, forgot. Let me make sure I center these and focus it. Okay, that should be good. So far we got Jonas Valanciunas. Pretty solid big man, I'd say. I think he's a good starting center for the Grizzlies. And their hopes to make the playoffs with John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., and all those guys. I think he's a pretty solid guy for them. Next up, Dwayne Bacon. Funny story about Dwayne Bacon. When he got drafted and they were like doing the rookie introductions with the general manager, like introducing him to the media and all that, like to the press and media and all that, the Hornets guy, it wasn't Michael Jordan, but it was the Hornets guy, said Dwayne Wade instead. And he laughs it off and says, I would love to have Dwayne Wade, but I love also having Dwayne Bacon or something like that. But it was just a funny story. I don't know much about him. Don't know how often he plays. Only averaging 5 points a game. I mean, hopefully ends up, because he's a cool last name, has a good NBA career. Next, we're looking at Dennis Schroeder, who's currently on the Lakers. Always a six man of the year candidate. I don't, he was I think he was top three in voting for six man of the year last year, too. I think he lost it to Montrezl Harrell, who's now his teammate on the Lakers. Somehow that happens. But yeah, I know against Sixers he killed us because he kept just doing like a fake and driving every time. But yeah, he's had a pretty good career so far, I want to say. He even got his scoring up to 19 points a game last year. Sorry, I couldn't read that, guys. But yeah, he's actually really good. Funny tweet I always see about him. When he came to the NBA, he had a really bad hairline. Like really bad. It was really far back. And it says one of the greatest comebacks ever, and he has like a normal hairline now. And I just found it funny how that's a joke made about him because his hairline used to be so bad. Next up, we got former 76er Thaddeus Young. He was on that team with, what is it, Evan Turner, Iguodala, Spencer Hawes, Drew Holiday. That team, the eighth seed that beat that Bulls seed when Derrick Rose and Joakim Noah both got hurt. As a little kid, I was hyped because your Sixers are moving on to the next round, but I didn't realize how bad at the time the fact that Derrick Rose got hurt and basically kind of his career kind of went down after that. But yeah, not too bad. A player, solid role player, I'd say. He has a funny stat line where it's like NBA players average 16, 7, 3, shoot 42.3% from the field, 36.7% from three, and 73% from the free throw line. It's like Larry Bird, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and then Thaddeus Young. It's like they forced the stat. It's so funny to me. Next up, we got Klay Thompson. Is this? Oh, okay. Didn't want to look at that, but oops. Next up, we got Klay Thompson, who unfortunately is out all year who was training in the offseason, ended up hurting something in his leg, I want to say. I can't remember what. But yeah, hopefully he has a speedy recovery, come back next year, and plays like the all-star he is. I know right now he has about 900,000 votes actually in the all-star voting process, which is kind of funny to me because he won't get in, obviously, but I always find that kind of frustrating how people vote for like him, Alex Caruso, all these guys who don't really deserve it. And Klay Thompson's an all-star, but I mean like that, but he's just not playing. So it takes away from votes for guys who really deserve it. Next up, I saw who it was. Luka Doncic. City Edition. Let's go. This is a sick card. Okay, it's Suns next. I don't think they had a super high pick. So I'm gonna quickly sleeve this City Edition Luka Doncic because it's Luka, and he's a very great and valuable sports card. Yeah, really cool card. City Edition Luka. I think they were advertising about this card. Like the Panini website was advertising like this is a cool card you want to collect. Next up, we got Jalen Smith. His weird goggles. And then we got Denny Advia. I think it's how you say his name. So far, I think he's having a solid rookie year. Nothing great, nothing special, or nothing like superstar, but nothing bad. But he's not having a bad year. Hopefully, he ends up being like Luka. But yeah, that's pack number 1. Let's get on to pack number 2. See if anything super special. This feels heavy. Okay, we got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who looks to be one of the next NBA All-Stars, especially on his own team, the Thunder. That team has like 1,000 draft picks in the next like 7 years, something ridiculous, which is funny to me. Next up, you got the idiot himself, Hassan Whiteside. If you ever see his like Snapchat stories or whatever he types, it's always something stupid. Like the other, I can't remember what it was about, but I think I don't remember what it was about. I think it was about coronavirus or something. And he said, I'm moving to Hawaii. That's its own country or something. It's like, that's not part of the United States. He's just a really dumb guy. Next up, we got Gordon Hayward, who's a current member of the Charlotte Hornets. He's actually having a great year this year. I think he's averaging 20 plus points. I know he's averaging 20 plus points. He's kind of reemerging his career, getting more of a role, especially on that Hornets team. That's looking to become great in a couple of years with all those young guys they have. LaMelo Ball, especially. Next up, let's see. Actually, it kind of sucks about Gordon Hayward. I want to talk about that for a second. He was one of the top, I want to say 15 players in the NBA when he was on the Jazz. Comes to the Celtics. That team's looking like a super team. Kyrie Irving, Gordon Hayward, young Jason Tatum, young Jaylen Brown. First play of the game, that season he breaks his ankle. So gross, so sad. And never really wait, I just want to make sure this. Okay, yeah. Never really came back the same. Yeah, he only played one game that year, if you can see that. He averaged one game, 2 points. So sad. But yeah, came back and averaged 11 and 17. And I think this year he's averaging over 20, which is great. But yeah, I wish he didn't get hurt. You never want to see some guy get hurt. Okay. Next up. Okay, let me center this focus real quick. Just seems a little off focus. We got Paul George, way off P, PG 13%, Pandemic P. Love all his nicknames after that really rough postseason last year from him. Thought those were super funny. I remember looking at all those and laughing after the Nuggets came back. This year, him and the Clippers are playing really great basketball. He's looking once again like his former self. Wait, I just want to. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's looking back like his former self, averaging a bunch of points, playing great defense, filling out the stat sheet like Paul George usually does. So that's good that he's been able to come back. Next up, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Sick card pull right here. Definitely gonna go to one of my rare cards or my better cards I got. Yeah, looking like a Hall of Famer. Anything with a Hall of Famer, that's pretty good. Am I right, guys? Next up, we have this purple. I want to say Dennis Schroeder. Sorry if it's not purple. And once again, if you did not know, I'm colorblind. There's a couple cards, if you watch all my parts, where you can see that I do not know the color of some of these cards because I cannot tell you what they are because I don't know. But yeah, we pulled him earlier, talked about how he's a 6th Day of the Year candidate, and he's kicking butt. Next up, we got Isaiah Stewart. Don't really know much about him. He kind of looks like he has a huge face, if I'm going to be honest. But, yeah, hopefully it's a good career. And last but not least, Bucks Jordan Nwora. Don't know much about him. Where did he go to college? Louisville. Didn't know that. Don't really keep up with like that much of college basketball. Big into the NBA, really. Not much into college, but kind of have an idea of some of the top guys went. But that's about it. And yeah, let's go over what we've gotten so far at this last pack. Last 2 packs we got Nwora, Isaiah Stewart, purple, blue, I don't know, Dennis Schroeder, Giannis, Denny Advia, Jalen Smith, and a city Luka Doncic. Well, if you guys did like the pack if you guys did like the pack opening, please make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe, and peace.